Hello, and welcome to My Life as I See It. This is episode 6. On today's show, it's going to be fun for me to do because I'm a fan of Rick Mercer, and if you know Rick Mercer, he does his rants, and I love his rants. So some of the things I do kind of sound like a rant in a way, but I hopefully won't be too um, rude. Okay, so the first one is it's another segment of Tales of My Scooter. And you're going to find that I'm going to have a lot of those because I'm on my scooter all the time. And you won't believe the things have had to put up with. I never ever realized half this stuff until I had to go with my scooter, and now everything that I didn't see before, I'm seeing now. For instance, why is it that people have a tendency to be, shall I say, not really rude, but ignorant? For instance, my apartment building has a nice entrance that is really good for people with wheelchairs and scooters, except people keep parking in front of the little ramp that goes down to it from their driveway. If I had a walker, that's not a problem. I can just lift the walker up and continue on. But you really can't do that with a wheelchair, and you sure can't do that with a scooter. So, the idea being here is that people are supposed to not park in front of that section. There's a sign that actually tells you, do not park in front of the entrance. This is why. But do people do that? Most people do. Most people are really good with it. If they do park, they park far enough out that I can slip around and get in. Unfortunately, there are quite a few people out there who don't know how to do this. So they end up parking really close to the edge and right in front. So now there's no way I can get into or out of that area, which can be extremely frustrating, to say the least. The other day, once again, I was out. And again, the guy had parked right in front of that spot. But thankfully, he was there, and another person was there with him. So when I saw them, I said, could you possibly move? Thank you. You're parking in the wrong spot. You're not supposed to park there. So they moved. And afterwards, I said to the person there that, it would be kind of nice if you would remember not to park there. And I pointed to the sign, okay? I said, I don't mean to be rude, but I've had to tell a lot of people this. Because if you weren't there and the other guy wasn't there, I would be up the creek with no paddle because there's no way I could get in. I've had that happen, by the way. Boy, was I pissed. And when the guy came out, he tried to blame it on me. Yeah, okay. So I said to him, you can't park there. I can't get in. Nobody else can get in or out with the scooter or wheelchair. Well, he goes, well, I had to take some things out of the trunk. You couldn't do that over there where the public parking? I mean, there's nothing to stop you from putting it there and taking things out. But oh no, he had to stop there. And then he gave me attitude and said that he didn't really, who cares? Too bad. So what? Okay. Oh, okay. Then there's other times when I've come out and the vehicle's there. Now, again, they haven't left me a whole lot of room. And I mean, I may be good on my scooter, but you're going downhill on this ramp and you don't have the same kind of control as you would if you're going straight. One of these days, somebody's going to do that, and I'm going to accidentally scratch their paint on their car, and they better not complain, because I won't give two hoots, because they shouldn't have parked there in the first place. So, okay, we have that. The other thing that really annoys me, and I don't understand, is that when people are walking down the street, now, keep in mind, on my scooter, as much as I would love to drive on the road, because it's a lot smoother down there, I'm not allowed to. Unless, of course, there's no sidewalks. And then I got to go and face the traffic. Now, they do have bicycle lanes down there. And apparently, I probably could go down on the bicycle lanes, but I just really don't feel that's secure down there. At least not right now. With my new scooter, if I have power lighting, I might feel a little bit better about it. But right now, with no lighting, So I'm going down the road, down the sidewalk. And where I am, I'm lucky because there's a bicycle path and the sidewalk right beside each other. So I will drive down the bicycle path because that's where I should be. But every now and then you get somebody who is walking in front of you, or there's a group of people walking in front of you, and you can't get by them. And when you try to ask them politely to move out of the way, they don't hear you because guess what? They're wearing headphones and they can't hear you. Nobody can hear anybody anymore because of those stupid things. So that leads me to try to either wait so I can get an opening to get around, try to go on the grass if it's available and I can do it, or try to run them over very carefully so they get the hint finally that they can move. But every now and then you also get the ones who decide to turn around, see that you're there, but then don't move. Why? Why? Don't you move? You should move. And so that's okay. Okay. And then you have the people who, when you're in a store and you're driving down going along the lane, and somebody will come up beside you, know you're there, but they'll walk in front of you. So I have to basically stop quickly, very, very quickly. Now I can do that at church with little kids, and I've almost hit a couple of kids, unfortunately. And it's only because they just run across. But kids, you can sort of understand when they're running around. It's annoying, but you can run around. Busy. So that's the way it is. So anyway, that's it for my tales on my scooter for today. Trust me, there will be many more to come. On to the next thing. Retail during the COVID pandemic. I have a brother who is working at Farm Boys, and I have a sister-in-law who works at Value Mart on Oxford Street. They've been working there all through the pandemic. They've had to deal with customers that in the beginning were very rude because, God forbid, they can't find the toilet paper or anything else they're looking for. Not their fault. They're doing the best they can. It's getting easier now, but it's still kind of hairy for them. I give them a lot of patience. I praise them. I think what they're doing is amazing, and I'm happy, and I really am proud of them. But apparently, there's a store in White Oaks Mall called Showcase. They're not as friendly in there. My son has twice gone in there, and he's had an attitude problem every time. My ex-husband saw it happen himself and said that, yeah, he definitely got a hard time. Why? Who knows? They're very rude in there. Giving you a hard time. If you're not following the lines, especially, you get in trouble. If you're not doing whatever, you're not supposed to, they give you trouble. Now, okay, it's a smaller store, and I understand that. And right now, we're all trying to learn how to deal with the new way of life as we is right now. And it isn't easy for anybody. And I appreciate that they are having a hard time because now they got twice as much work to do because not only do they do the regular duties, but they got to clean the place all the time to keep it clean and safe. So I can appreciate that. What I don't appreciate is if they give you an attitude. If you're not giving them any reason to give an attitude, like you're not giving an attitude back, you're not being rude, you're purposely not doing things that you shouldn't be doing, then fine. They can be rude and they can get tired and get lost. But if you're behaving yourself, you're going in there and behaving yourself, fine. Hi, Robert. Just got to notice there my son talking to me. So anyway, if you do that, if I go in that store and they try to give me attitude and I'm not doing anything back, then look out, because I'm not a nice person to deal with when you do that. I can be very polite and the whole bit, but if you're going to give me attitude, I'll give you attitude right back on back. I'll be as polite about it as I can, but I will do that because I really, really don't think that is, you know, that's just right, not right. Okay, you're learning how to deal with this stuff. So are we. We're not thrilled with this process either. Trust me, because I've been in too many lines just right now. I'm not the kind of person that hates lines. I'm the kind of guy who goes, get out of line, because I don't like it. And right now, unfortunately, you have no choice. I mean, it takes you twice as long to do anything anymore because you got to wait in line to get in the store, do what you want, and then wait in line to get out again. Oh, God, this is going to have to end soon because I'm going crazy. But anyway, that's my retail segment. Now, excuse me while I take a drink because I am thirsty. I'm always thirsty, but at least now I got a little blue cup, which looks better. Good stuff. Don't worry, not alcohol. Okay, so my next one is on the Sifton Bog. Now, the Sifton Bog is not too far from where I live, and it's an absolutely gorgeous part of the city. It's preserved for nature. They have several little paths through the coast to go through by foot. Now, I can't do those, unfortunately, because I'm on a scooter, and I don't, even if I without the scooter, I don't have that kind of coordination. I'd fall down and get hurt. However, there is a path I can go on, and it's a nice path. It's a long one, unfortunately. And you lost my train of thought. Thank you. Okay, here we go. My son's being a pain in the butt. So anyway, as I said, it's a wooden platform to go along. It's safe, perfectly safe, and rebuilt. It's great. It's and it's fairly wide, but not quite wide enough to zip my scooter and me. So I go on this thing. Now I keep forgetting that I shouldn't go on these things because I don't even like those kind of platforms anywhere. A boat, and you go onto a boat and you have to go down that little platform that's made out of wood. I don't like those things. I just don't. I don't trust them. Somehow I always have this feeling I'm going to go through. I'm not, but So try it on a scooter. Not good. Because you go along the course of the path and you got to go really slowly because, there's a sharp turns. And the bottom, the only thing you can hear is the board creaking and that sort of thing, which is not helping me at all. So by the time I get about not even halfway into the thing, I've started going things like saying, why am I doing this to myself? I shouldn't be out here. This terrifies me. Please, God, let me get through this alive. And it's scary. I'm terrified. So I go all the way around and finally get to the platform, which, of course, is also made out of wood, but at least it's bigger. And I can look at the ground. And I like it. But I don't really feel all that safe yet or comfortable because I'm still standing on that wood and I just don't like it. But I can at least enjoy the view. Only problem is now I have to go back out again. That means going back out onto that stupid lane the way they have it. So I take a deep breath and away I go again. And of course, by this point, I'm really scared. And I'm practically screaming all the way through. Anytime there's a creak or crack or whatever, I'm terrified. And then, not wide enough for me and anybody else. So if there's anybody coming in or going out while I'm on this thing, they have to somehow manage to let me squeeze by. Again, very terrifying because there's not a lot of room because I don't want to fall into the thing. I get through. Finally, I'm out of there. Once I'm out, I can take a sigh of relief, and I'm fine. Oh, thank God. And I'm never going to do it again. But you know darn well that eventually, next year, when it opens up, when it's there again, 10 to 1, I'm going to be really stupid and do it again. Because while I may hate doing it, it's beautiful in there. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, and you get when you're in the center part, when you're looking out over the little pond they have there, you're right in the middle of the city. Oxford Street's not that far away. You can't hear anything but nature. It is absolutely gorgeous, and you can see all the wild animals in there and everything. I highly recommend it. It's not that hard to get to. It's right on Oxford Street. I would say probably. Well, you go if you're at Oxford and Highbury, and you're going west. You go past the next set of lights, and it's just down from there on your left. It's really worth a trip. Beautiful. You see dogs and geese, all kinds of birds, squirrels, you name it, it's in there. And you see flowers and brush that you've never seen anyplace else. Now I was on the other side one last year, and it was like it's just off. There's a road off of Hyde Park, old Hyde Park Road, originally, and it's blocked off to traffic. But I can get down. You can walk down there or on your bicycles, and I can get down there on my scooter. And you get about halfway down. There's a little section there where you can park your bike, whatever, and you can go. That's one of the entrances into one of the other paths. And last year I was sitting there and I was just reading, enjoying the peace and quiet and nice. And something caught my eye, and I looked up, and there was a beautiful red fox. He was gorgeous, and here I am trying to get my camera out, but I couldn't do it fast enough. And he looked at me like, "Hi, what are you doing? Oh, nice seeing you, and I'm taking off now." And he took off just as fast as he was there. It was absolutely phenomenal. I just loved it, and that I wish I could have got a picture of that fox. But he was gone just like that. I have no idea where he went to. Boy, they're fast. But that's my time up there, and that I like going down there every now and then just to reflect and read, and good place to read my Bible actually. So there you go. There's my show for the day. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to go now and beat up my son. Ha ha. Not really, but I'm gonna practically. I'll probably tickle him to death if I can't catch him, because he's been driving me crazy all this time. I can hear him laughing. So he says, "No, you don't." So anyway, I also know sign language a tiny bit, not much, a little bit of sign language. And one of the signs I know is no problem. It's no problem. Okay, I think whatever. So anyhow, that's it for this show, and I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you again next week with another show. In the meantime, smile, enjoy the beautiful day out there. It's gorgeous out there today, and be careful and wear masks if you have them, because they do help. So in any case, we'll see you next week. Bye.